This episode is dedicated to Dr. Melanie Tidman. I've never met her, but she's doing the Lord's work.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Hope Instead of Nope. I'm Kristen and my guest today is Gregor. We are fighting for quality of life in the face of Parkinson's. And remember, you are never alone. Gregor, how are you doing today?
I am stoked because I'm the number one requested guest on your show.
Absolutely. And today we're focusing on nutrition. So let's talk about that. How has nutrition played a part in your quality of life since you've been diagnosed?
Well, like I said before, you can never tell if you prevented cancer. And the truth is that I can't tell, but I can say this, that compared to other people I know with the disease, they're far worse off. And there's got to be some reason why, and it must be nutrition.
So you're saying that you'll never know the things that you've prevented because
Correct.
You don't really have direct evidence of things
Correct.
like that.
Correct. I'm not a scientist, I'm a theologian, not a scientist, so I can't really speak to those issues. I can say personally that I feel a lot better when we're eating in a certain nutritional way with food that's highly nutritional rather than junk food. I feel better.
Okay, and we've tried a bunch of different things. What are some of the nutritional things that we've done that you think have been disastrous or failed or just we were on the wrong track?
When I was on medication before, I was still having too much protein, and that was pretty disastrous.
Because the protein interferes with the medication?
Correct.
And we had some really dark times where we were eating our feelings.
Yeah.
And eating a lot of fast food and fried things and sugar and stuff, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And we've kind of decided that that's not really the way we want to go. How would you describe how we eat now?
Nutrition is first. We eat organic stuff that is highly nutritious. We don't eat junk food. We don't eat processed food unless it's an emergency, in which case we do. But in general we don't.
Do you still enjoy the food that you eat?
Even when I make it.
When you make it?
Yeah, I still do enjoy the food I eat. It's a tricky thing is how to figure out you have to re-govern yourself in all the food you make and how you make it and what you can use, what you don't use.
And also, you've been the person that's done most of the cooking in our household for long before you were diagnosed with Parkinson's and also afterwards. So, how has it changed the way that you cook?
Well, obviously, I'm much more concerned with nutrition and vitamins than I used to be. For the other day, I go to the dollar store and try $1 worth of chicken. Now we buy the chicken that's pasture raised and it's treated without hormones and stuff like that.
Organic when possible, that sort of thing.
Almost always organic.
Okay. Would you describe the way we eat as keto, or is it? Do you feel like it's modified, or?
It's got to be a modified keto. I know there's a term dirty keto, which is kind of hated by some, but
That's where people eat junk food that happens to be keto.
we're not dirty keto, but we're definitely not 100% keto either.
I'd say the purists keep their carbs below 20 grams, and maybe we do that sometimes, but I actually feel like that.
I can happily live with the fact that I eat Brussels sprouts and broccoli.
Yeah.
It's not deep fried. That's a load of carbs.
They do have carbs. I think it does go over the 20 grams per day. We're probably in the 20 to 50 grams of carbs per day zone. Some people call that lazy keto.
And that's a better term than,
So thinking about the way that we've been eating in order to improve your quality of life, what would you say our emphasis is?
Clean, organic meats or pasture raised, no processed stuff. Even dirty keto stuff is really, you can't look at the ingredient list and pronounce everything, and there's 30 items there. It's not good for you, even if they say it's keto.
So basically, we're focusing on whole foods.
And freshness and nutrition, yes.
And we're not strictly hardcore keto. We do eat a few more carbs and vegetables, like you said, Brussels sprouts.
Cauliflower.
definitely cruciferous
Yeah.
vegetables. So there's some descriptions in different nutritional plans about eating berries, leafy greens, olive oil, things like that. How often do you think we include things like that in our diet?
We have olive oil almost daily, and I have berries almost daily, and leafy greens like spinach or kale almost daily. And the thing is that there's only so much stuff you can put in our stomachs too. So we have to make a choice sometimes. But almost daily we eat something there. Or it's offered at least. If you don't want to eat it, you don't have to.
Right. Yeah, you can only eat so much food in a day.
Yeah.
So when we talk about and being able to eat enough food in a day to actually help you, you said there's only so much you can eat in a day. Can you tell us about the intermittent fasting you've been doing lately?
Yeah, I really try to have lunch. I mean, dinner but done by 4 o'clock. And I don't, 4 p.m. that is. And I don't eat anything until usually 10 to 11 o'clock the next day. Except for like medication or water or coffee, things like that I'll have. I don't try to eat any food.
Okay. So you basically have a 7 or 8 hour eating window.
Correct.
Okay. And how does that help you?
Well, one, I've lost a lot of weight, which is good because if you have a lot of weight on you, it's hard to move around. With Parkinson's. Two, it has to be my balance because, let's face it, if you're overweight and you wiggle around, you're gonna fall. But if you have better balance and motor skills because you weigh less, then you won't fall. So help me those two ways definitely.
Yeah. And eating healthy is sometimes, I've heard people call it the no fun diet. It's not like it's, fun or fabulous all the time, but we stick with it. We've had a lot of conversations about not adding more problems to your health conditions. So Parkinson's is enough. And to not have other lifestyle health issues, I think really helps a lot. Like you said, being overweight, having high blood pressure, all the other things that come with eating poorly. Is there anything you want to add to conclude our interview today?
Nope, just like last time, everybody, you're not alone. There's someone out there who has the same problem as you. You can contact me, and I personally, if you need to, you can contact whoever you need to, but there's someone out there who can give you information or help you somehow. Even if it's just a bad joke. So I know lots of bad jokes.
Dad jokes are welcome. Or bad jokes, whatever. Thanks for letting me interview you.
You're welcome.
I love you.
Love you too.